I'm Leather Rock. Welcome to my channel. You ever heard of the saying, no good deed goes unpunished? Well, like my experience last week, I had another such encounter a few minutes ago. Let me set this up. It is now 5:54 in the morning. The sun's just starting to come up. But about 2 hours ago, it was pitch black out. And I had just let Garfield out about 10 minutes prior, and I threw on a coat and decided to take a walk around the block. And when I did, I deliberately crossed the street because I had this uncomfortable feeling. You know, it's really dark around there, and if I see strange men walking around, I make sure not to be anywhere near where they can see me. But when I crossed and went back in this particular alley that I always like to check on, there's this one alley where this is where people drop things off, and it's sometimes where you see some of the cats. And all of a sudden, this car was driving in the alley. It was a one-way street kind of alley. And this guy got out of the car, and he was coming toward me, and he raised his voice, and he was complaining to me about something that I had done which offended his girlfriend. And here's what happened. In this neighborhood, there are some people that park illegally. They don't park on the, next to certain sidewalks. They actually park on sidewalks. And occasionally we do have parking violations vans that come and they ticket people. They do the chalk thing if it's a time parking, or they also just issue tickets and they put them on people's windshields. So when I remembered an encounter that he was referencing. A couple weeks prior, there was a woman that was trying to park right on sidewalk, and I did what any decent person would do. I told her that that was not a safe legal place to park, that she was risking getting a ticket. I see the parking violations people coming by, and she needs to make sure that she parks where she sees other people can safely park, and they usually have signs saying you can or you can't. So, and when this now he is refreshing my memory, I do remember telling her, but it's not like it's the first time I ever tried to alert a concerned citizen or maybe an ignorant citizen that they shouldn't try to park where they're parking. So anyway, he uh, tells me that I had no right talking to his woman, and he was going on and on. I honestly thought the man was going to hit me. He was of the kind of guy that would have no problem hitting a female. There are some men that are like that. It's, I guess, a cultural thing with some people, or maybe it involves men who didn't have a father figure at home. However, they seem to think that this sort of aggression is okay. And I had to really talk things down, and I'm not one to apologize unless I'm really, really, truly sorry for something. I'm not the kind of person who would say, if I was faced with a cancel culture thing, if somebody found something that they thought I said 10 years ago or something, I won't apologize for that, because I think to apologize just to calm people down who really shouldn't be getting up in your business about free speech issues is just, all you're doing is enabling people to change goalposts, and you can never win with certain people, especially the social justice warrior type. But it was, again, pitch black out. I didn't know what this man was capable of. He claimed to know who I was, but I his face only looked vaguely familiar, like he could be any of 1,000 men who I run into on a regular basis, you know. And I assured him that I didn't mean anybody any disrespect. However, if I saw somebody trying to park illegally, I would be the asshole if I didn't say something. And if he was going to persist, and he was trying to say that I recognized a car, and I told him, I said, first of all, I don't recognize cars. Unless there's something particularly outstanding about it, like if it was a Maserati or a souped-up sports car or something, or it had a license plate that had spelled out something. I don't just randomly notice people's vehicles. And then he went and said some other things about how I don't even live there. And where this was is technically right behind my building, but just not on the street, okay? So, yes, I am a neighbor. And therefore, and if for someone who has lived in this neighborhood 17 years now, since my father passed away, yes, I probably, for all I know, have lived here longer than he has and whoever she is. And I said, look, I said, if I see somebody doing something where they're risking a ticket, I am going to tell them so they don't get a ticket. I'm doing what any decent person would do. And you're giving me a hard time. And I'm just, trying to talk my way out of it. So he calms down. And he finally said everything was okay. And we did the fist bump thing, which I guess in the hood means it's all good. Because, I really don't appreciate this. So I guess what have I learned from this? From now on, let people park wherever they want and let them get tickets. I don't care because I'm not my brother's or my sister's keeper. And I'm going to let these people fuck themselves up because fuck them. This is what breeds apathy and distrust in people. This also is an impediment to good race relations. And if people are at all interested in peace, love, and understanding, they would do well to not treat each other the way that man and his erstwhile missus treated me. I maybe take my safety for granted. I'm walking around in the wee hours, in dark alleys and stuff, and I don't think too much of it. But now and then, you have encounters that make you feel decidedly unsafe. And I don't like being threatened. I swear, I thought I was going to be punched by a guy. And, I hope you don't live in the ghetto. And do remember, sometimes no good deed goes unpunished. My advice to you, think twice before intervening, even if you want to save somebody. Maybe save an animal instead. At least they're grateful. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.